Hi, this is Frank, and thanks for joining me. And here I have a scene here of this rabbit. It's got to jump out this window. And if you've been a fan of my artwork and cartoons for a while, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. And thanks for following along with my videos and watching the progress of the new cartoons and stuff like that. Thank you. And then for new fans, hopefully you can learn some stuff through this how-to process in Animate Studio Pro and some of these other programs I work with. Hopefully if you're a new filmmaker or a experienced filmmaker, maybe you can learn a couple things here and there. But here it is. This scene here switches to this shot here. So now I start with this frame, and I have to get this rabbit out this window here. So I have to think, all right, I have these walk cycles that I have prepared that I animated before. So I'm going to put that together here. But I have the wrong character selected. So let me undo that. Make sure I pick the right character. There it is. Now I could manually animate every piece here and just, go with this tool here, and the way you would do that is you would press everything you wanted to move, just leave it in that position, and then go to this frame here and then keyframe everything in the different position. So you could animate every single frame one by one if you really wanted to. But for the sake of being one person and limited time and working on this in my spare time, when not doing other work and other projects and stuff like that, I'll rely on these walk cycles, which is how I finished City of Rott, Otherworld, and all my other films. So here's the walk cycle. I just pasted that in there. And now I want to remember I have to move the rabbit. So I'll keyframe that and see how that added that keyframe right there. I want this to be a quick motion, not like a slow build into a fast motion. Let's just get her moving right away. So I'll have that be the start frame, and then I'll go through this animation here, and let me just copy and paste that there. See, that's really jarring right there. I can't have that happen. There we go. See how smooth that is compared to what it was before? So I'll just copy and paste that again. I think it'll take that many cycles to get to where the character needs to be. Alright, so I'll start there, and I think by this point, that's the other character, the doc, talking in the background. So I think by this point, let's see, 1, 2. Well, I could adjust this, but I think by, let's say, frame 9, the rabbit would be right here. So now that I have that, I don't want a smooth keyframe, I'll make it linear. This way it's like she moves right away, it doesn't hesitate. Yeah, that'll work. So then I'll just move this over here a little bit, and then I'll keyframe these just to see what happens here. And these are all smooth keyframes because I want a smooth animation like that. Alright, so there, the rabbit is over there. Now I want to, let's see, I want to make sure all these are keyframed as they are here, so when I go to the next frame it won't be all messed up. One thing I do want to do is I've been hiding the other ear of the character, so let me just make that visible. This way when it flops forward you can see there's some dimension there. In other words, there's another ear behind that ear. Alright, so there it is, and now the rabbit coils up and is going to jump up. Now I have to remember to move the camera up along with this motion. So I'm going right about there, and now I'll have the rabbit jump up. So let me see if I have a jump. There it is. See how easy that is? I don't have to go through all of it again. So here's the rabbit, and now the rabbit coils up and then leaps up. So that coil, let's see, the rabbit is kind of coiled right there. So I think I'll just start right here. I'll cut this one out and just go right into the leap. So the rabbit gets there. Yeah, that's good. Alright, now at this point here, I'll keyframe the rabbit right here. Just press inside this box and it'll keyframe it. And this again, I want linear. So it's going to be a quick leap up. Like at this point, I could probably still have it at that point. But now, once the rabbit gets here, I want this to go up to there. And the window, I want to go up as well. So right here, I'll keyframe this position right here. It's keyframe, and now here it's going up because the rabbit's head is hitting the window and pushing the window up. So now I'll just continue with the camera. Let's see, it was over here. So the rabbit jumps up. I'll have the camera still be there, but then here is where I'll zoom up, because now the camera's like the cameraman's realizing, oh wait, the rabbit is leaping into the air. So I'll just go up there, and by this point here, let's see what the frame is. Alright, so the rabbit's falling back down to the earth, but I'm going to have the rabbit up on the windowsill right here, and probably right about there. So what'll happen is the window frame, well, not the frame, the windowsill will be up here by this point, because the rabbit really forced it up with the headbutt right there. And the rabbit lands perfectly there. And now the rabbit's going to jump again. I do want to save this. There we go. So there's the leap up. And what was happening here was he was saying to the pug, he was giving the pug a command. I don't want to reveal what it was, but it's just part of the story. That's why I don't want to reveal too much. But it's not a huge reveal or anything. It's no spoiler or anything. But it does give an idea of what the initial plot will be in the beginning. Alright, so there's the rabbit, And now I want the rabbit to jump again. And the next trick is, let me move that window up, because when she jumps, so let me just go a little higher with that window. Probably right about there. And that'll be a smooth motion, so it'll slow into that position, I think. Yeah, it's slowed right into it. So I don't need to do anything else with that. So now that the rabbit is there, and then the rabbit lands there, let me get that other jump going. Before I do that, let me move these closer. And then go right back into the jump. It did that because I copied the movement. Alright, so right back into the jump. Now, at this point, the rabbit should probably still be on the ground here. So let me just copy this keyframe, put it right back there. See, it went right there. But at this point, I want the rabbit right about here. And now I'm going to do a switch. So I need the rabbit to be behind the frame. So I'm going to make this rabbit visible here. It's a copy. And bring the rabbit up here so I can see it. I need to be in that keyframe there. So one way to do that is to just go into the jump. Click on the jump. And then move these keyframes until I see something similar. Which looks right about, I'll say maybe right about there. So I'll bring the rabbit down here. This is a trick. And look at that. Perfect match almost. This is a switcheroo trick, they call it. So the rabbit's there. Now the other rabbit will become invisible here. There we go. I don't need these keyframes. So now that becomes visible. I can leave those there. It's not doing anything. So see how smooth that transition was? Now I have to remember that his keyframe, his position, her position right there. And now she's going to fall out of frame. So I'm just going to have her go down to there, and then by here she'll be out of frame. She'll hit the bottom of this outer exterior. So I could have her invisible at that point. And just delete those. And that's the end of that sequence. So if we take a look, the rabbit gets to that point, and I won't show the animation until the final film probably, or the trailer or whatever. And the rabbit gets up there and then leaps out, and see how smooth that is. Now if you shut those off, you can see what it'll, closer to what it'll really look like. That's what's so cool about this program. When you're animating with bitmap images, you could see the close to what the final image will look like. While in computer animation, everything's in wireframe or low quality frame or whatever. Unless you're working with video games, that's more real time. But that's it for now, and thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, subscribe, like, and share, and hope you have a good day.